Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a really fun Pilates Sculpt video. It's going to last 50 minutes and it focuses quite a bit on our lower body. Today the props that I will be using are ankle weights, 2 kilogram dumbbells and a medium resistance band. Again, all of these exercises can be done without the props. I just use the props to help, give it a little bit more oomph if you like, but you can do everything with your own body weight. That will be more than enough. We're going to be doing a varied exercise routine. So we're going to be starting on the mat, coming some standing work, coming back down onto the mat. We're going to be doing some work on our wrists, work on our side. So please feel free to any point, just stop the video and then come back to it. So if you're using them, can you pop on your ankle weights? And we're also going to be bringing our band with us just because it's just easier. Once it's on, it's on. And then we are just going to start standing. If you've done my videos before, I like to start my videos pretty much the same and start with the same exercises just to get us nice and warmed up. So we're going to just take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Think about then the lungs expanding out to the side. And then as we exhale, we want to be wrapping it in. Inhale to let those lungs expand out to the side. And then exhale, wrapping everything in. We're going to be tucking our chin. We're going to go for a nice little forward fold here. We want to let our chest come nice and close to our thighs and keep our legs as straight as possible. But if you're blessed with those tight hamstrings or long legs, you might have a nice bend into them. You can have a little shake side to side. You can even bring your hands onto opposite elbow and shake, and then even just nod or shake your head, whatever feels good for you. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, let our hands dangle nice and long, and then we're slowly articulating up through our spine, restacking it up, lifting that chin once our spine is nice and straight. We're going to roll those shoulders backwards, forwards, and then we're going to go for it again. A nice forward fold. This time we're going to go try and get a little bit deeper. Ready? Sending your weight through those heels. Oops, my band has slipped down. Sending your weight through those heels and then trying to bring our hands onto the mat. We're going to keep a slight bend in that left knee, but we're going to straighten our right arm up towards the ceiling. Give those fingers a little wiggle here. Nice bit of spinal rotation. Getting it nice and warm. Swapping it over to the other side. Give those fingers a nice wiggle. We'll do one more on each side. Over to the left for the last time, bringing those hands back down onto the mat. This time I want you to think about sending your power through your heels. Sending that power through the heels, we're going to slowly round up through that spine. Keep that chin tucked until you find your spine is nice and straight. Lifting that chin again, rolling those shoulders backwards. Maybe you want to give your head a little shake side to side. Okay, we're going to come into our downward dogs. So if you're going to come towards the back and your hands are going to be just underneath your shoulders. And I want you to think about planking those hips to try and bring your chest as close towards your thighs. We're just going to paddle through our heels. So you're just going to bend one leg in at a time, just paddling through those heels. Lovely stuff. We're going to keep both of the legs straight. We're going to pop our heels down, lift up on our tippy toes, heels down, lift up on those tippy toes. So this is going to feel quite nice. If you've got tight hamstrings, this will feel lovely for those. Okay, we're going to keep on our heels. We're going to walk out into our high plank. So meet me in this high plank here. All we're going to do is going to alternate between our downward dogs and our high plank. Take that exhale as you pike up those hips. Inhale as we find that high plank. Wrap those ribs in and your fingertips are spread nice and wide. And as you're coming down, your eye gaze comes in between those hands. Nice. My neck is funny in my mouth. We're going to meet in our high plank in 3, in 2, 1. Meet me in that high plank. What we're going to do here is we're going to do some toe taps out to the side. Tap those toes out to the side. Put a little bit of pressure on that band. We're going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back into center. Find that downward dog. We're going to draw it in. We're going to then bring our left knee to left elbow, send it back. downward dog. Right knee to right elbow, send it back, downward dog. We're just going to keep swapping and alternating between the movements here. Nice, keep breathing through it. And keep those ribs nice and wrapped in. Keep those fingertips spread nice and wide. We're going to go back into our high plank in 3, 2, and 1. Meet me in the high plank. We're going to drop our knees. So we're now in a 4-point kneeling position. Hands are nice and stacked over those shoulders. Fingertips are nice and wide. And your knees are directly underneath your hips. And again, we're wrapping those ribs in and you're thinking about bringing that belly button towards your spine. We're going to go for some knee raises. So make sure that those toes are nice and curled. We're just going to go up and down. So exhale as we lift up. Inhale as we drop down. So you're going to start to feel this warming up through the core. Again, as I said, really think about wrapping those ribs in, keeping those arms as straight as possible. Nice wide fingertips so we're not getting into our wrists too much. We're going to add on. Next time we go up, we're going to do a little extension out into the band, bring it back to center and drop. So we're going to lift up, knees out, in, drop. Up, out, in, drop. Up, out, in, and then drop. Again, keep those ribs nice and wrapped in. We're going to hold it up in 3, in 2, and 1. Holding it up, can we just wrap those knees in and out? 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let them drop. We're going to go for our cat-cows. So we're going to think about taking that nice deep exhale as we wrap those ribs in. Inhale as we straighten. Nice bit of spinal movement here. It's also giving those abdominals a bit of a stretch as well. My plait keeps getting caught in a little clip that I have in my hair. So if you see me getting triggered by my hair, that is what is going on. You're going to meet me in that neutral spine in 3, in 2, 1. Meet me in that nice neutral spine. We're going to let our knees come out wide. We're going to drop our heels to our bum. And all we're going to do is send our arms forward for a nice child's pose here and just holding it still for a little moment. Just enjoying the stillness, just opening up of those hips. Really spread those fingertips and give your wrists a little bit. I nearly called wrists shoulders. Yeah, I hope that's not a sign of how this is going to go. So we're just going to bring ourselves up. As I said, I like to start my classes pretty much the same, and then we come into different series of exercises. So we're going to start with our roll-ups, and today I would like us to bring our 2 kilogram weights with us. Again, you can just mimic the movements. If you don't want weights to use weights or you don't have them, that's completely fine. We're just going to bring our feet slightly further forward, and I would say lift up those toes, just so you've got a bit of support there. It's kind of like if you were on the farmer and you're doing short box abs. You're going to imagine that you've got that safety band there. We are still wearing our band, so that's going to give us a little bit through the legs as well and challenge our core a little bit more. Let's start with the weights just at our chest. So the weights are coming into the chest, and we're just going to think about rounding through our spine. So we're going to tuck in that belly button, bring it up towards the top, and then you're going to think about bringing that pelvis to meet that belly button. So you're slightly rounded, got rounded shoulders, chin slightly down towards our chest. We're just going to think about taking that nice deep breath in, hinge backwards, and then we're rolling up, restack it up, and lifting the weights. So we roll down, restack, and lift the weights. Roll down, restack, lift the weights. Breathing through it. You're going to start to feel this work through your core. And everybody has a different range. So I always say just go as low as you start to feel those shaky shakes through those abdominals. When you start to feel those shaky shakes, that's when you know. We're going to start to add on a little bit. So next time we roll up, you're going to lift one leg into tabletop, pop it down, then we roll down. Next time we go up, lift the other leg, pop it down, and then we roll down. Really good. We're going to hold it up in 3, in 2, and 1. Meet me up here. We're going to hinge ourselves backwards. We're just going to work through those tabletops, bring it back down. Really good. Breathing through it. We're going to bring the weights back to our chest in 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights back to your chest. You have a little challenge here. You can float both of those legs at the tabletop, or you can keep them down. Whatever feels good for you. We're going to go for our Russian twist. We're going to just twist side to side. We go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it off. Have a second. You can give those knees a little roll side to side. You're going to bring your forearms down. Again, same position. Going to think about wrapping those ribs in, belly button to spine. We're going to just elongate our legs into tabletop. We're going to go for toe taps. You think about tapping those toes down and then bringing them up. When you're in that tabletop position, you want to think about those shins shining up towards the ceiling and knees are directly over your hips. If you want a bit more, you can imagine that those legs have been glued together. You can take them both down and then draw them up. This next time, we're going to try and go for those straight lines. So we're going to send those legs out long, bring it back through, toe tap. Send the legs out long, bring it back through, toe tap. Long, in, toe tap. We're just going to go for them long in 3, in 2, 1. Go for it long, little scissors. Here for 5. My abs are shaking. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it off. Gonna lay ourselves down. Weights are just either side of us. We're just gonna go for those windscreen wipers with those knees, just to relax it off. Okay. We are going to come in to some bridges just to get those glutes warmed up. I said it's quite heavy on our lower body, so I want us to make sure it's nice and accurately warmed up. We're going to walk our heels nice and close to our bum, and you've got a bit of pressure on those bands. We're going to start off holding onto the weights. If you want to, you can do this with your hands nice and press down into your mat. Shoulders are coming nice and wide. We are just going to slowly think about tucking in our tailbone, rolling up for our lower back, our mid back until the weight comes into those shoulder blades, and then slowly rolling it down. Weights come with you. We roll it up. Think about wrapping those ribs in so we're not flaring up through those ribs, and then roll it all the way down again. Roll up. Really strong. Roll it all the way down again. Give those glutes a nice squeeze as we go up, and you want those hips to be nice and even. Your more dominant leg will want to go take that hip higher on that side, so just make sure that your hips are nice and square off. My left leg is actually my most dominant leg, so I can feel that my left side is naturally higher than the right. Really good. We're going to start to add on a little bit. Next time we go up, we're going to do a little abductor out to the band 1, and then draw it back down again. So we go up, knees out, back in, roll down, roll up, knees out, in, roll it down. Really strong. Perfect. Keep it going. Next time we go up, when we go for our little abductors out to the side, we're going to go for our skull crusher. So weights come down towards our head as those knees come out wide, and bring everything down. So we go up, skull crush, abductor. So that's going to really test your balance here. So that is obviously a layer. If you wish not to choose it today, that is completely fine. Okay, we're going to hold it up in 3, in 2, and 1. We're going to hold it up. We're going to do our knee abductor out to the side. But then we're going to float that left leg up towards the ceiling. What we're going to do is going to go for some sweeps. Drive that heel down, point those toes up. Sweep. Try and keep that right leg nice and strong in to the back and keep your hips nice and high. We're going to bring it back up to the sky in 3, 2, 1. Keep those toes pointed. We're going to drop those hips up and down inch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. We're going to roll down, reset. Then we're going to roll back up. Knees come out to the side. We're going to take our right leg along this time. We're going to go for those sweeps. Drive that heel down, point the toes up, flex. Okay, we're going to keep those toes nice and pointed up towards the ceiling in 3, in 2, and 1. Keeping those toes nice and pointed. We're going to go for those hip dips up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. We're going to hold it up. What we're going to do is we're going to take those knees out and in. But as we do so this time, we're going to go for that chest fly. So I want you to think about letting those shoulders come nice and wide onto that mat. That's going to be your support base. And keep those hips nice and high. They will want to drop. We're here for 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it down nice and slow. I want you to bring those knees into your chest. You can lift your head off the mat for a deeper stretch and just rock yourself side to side. Well done, guys. We are going to come into some standing work. So if you want to grab a drink and have a little second before we do so, feel free to pause the video. But then you're just going to meet me standing. Again, just readjust that band. You'll want to fall off. We're going to take a nice wide stance. So a bit further out than shoulder width apart. If you are using a mat, just think about aiming to put your feet onto the edge of your mat there. We're going to start nice and simple. We're going to go into some squats. And as we squat down, we're just going to simply hammer away our weights. Or you can just move your hands towards your shoulders as we go down into the squats. We're going to go down, hammer curl, bring it up. So we exhale, go down, hammer curl, bring it up. Think about keeping those knees wrapped out. Again, don't want to fall down. And you don't want to round through the spine at the top. You want to think about keeping those shoulders nice and proud. Squeeze in those glutes. Nice. Okay, next time we go down, we've hammer curl. Can we lift those heels, pop them down, and we stand. So we go down, lift, lower, then stand. We go down, lift, lower, then stand. Really good. Get nice and deep into those quads. Okay, we're going to go down and hold in 3, in 2, and 1. Meet me nice and low. Can we just lift and lower those heels? Lift and lower. If you need to, you can do it one at a time, but try and go for both. Keep those shoulders nice and proud. We're going to be here for 5, Popping those heels down in 4, 3, 2, 1. You have the option to either keep your heels lifted or popping them down. We're going to pulse it here. Get nice and deep. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Have a little second. Give those legs a little shake out. We're going to go down. We're going to take our right leg behind our left. Find a courtesy. Bring it back. Then we stand. So we go down. Right leg behind our left. Find that courtesy. Bring it back. Then we stand. Down. Courtesy. Bring it back. Then stand. Down. Courtesy. Bring it back. Then stand. Down. Courtesy. Bring it back. Then stand. We go down. Courtesy. Bring it back. Then stand. Okay, you're going to meet me in our courtesy. In 5, 4, in 3, in 2, last rest. We go down, courtesy. We're just going to swap. My left glute is on fire. Oh, goodness. Going to hold in the courtesy in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold that courtesy, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Have a little second. We are going to switch up the focus. We are going to come into an, I don't know why I'm so breathless. We're going to go into an arabesque lunge. So keeping that left foot forward, right foot's coming back, and we're lifting up that right heel so on our left toes. We are going to think about hinging that body forward. So when you think about hinging that body forward, I want you to think about your hips starting to fold over, and then you're sending that bum back, your shoulders nice and proud. We're just going to go for a hinge forward. Your weights are going to come and frame that knee. You're going to roll, bring it down, then we lift. We go down, we roll, bring it down, then lift. This will be a good exercise if you do have heavier weights as well, to really get into your upper body and fire up those quads. But today I'm using the 2 kilograms. I tend to like this exercise in my power class that I teach at the Flow Club, because I feel like we can really get into our boots here. Really good. Okay, we're going to add on. So next time we've gone down, we've rolled that weight into our chest. We're going to think about bending now our right leg to find our 90-90. We go up, our shoulder press, bring it back down to frame the knee, then we straighten. So we hinge our body forward, roll the weight in, 90-90, chest press, bring it back, then we stand. There's a lot of coordination with my upper body. I just like to find that mind-body connection. So just find something to focus on. That'll always help you get through it. So we roll, find that 90-90, shoulder press, straighten everything up, draw ourselves back in. You're going to meet me in that 90-90 in 3, in 2, and what, meet me in this 90-90. We're just going to go for those shoulder presses. So think about taking those arms up nice and high, bringing them back down. Use that breath in for your nose, out your mouth. We've got to send your weight down that left heel. Keep those chests nice and proud. Wrap those ribs in. Bringing the weights back to our shoulders in 3, in 2 and 1. Weights back to the shoulders. We're going to pulse it out to finish for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring yourselves up. We're going to bring ourselves down into our downward dog and just give those legs a little paddle out here. Well done. Oh, goodness me. Very, very glutey. And we're going to get even more glutey. Okay, we're going to come into some sideline work. So you have options here. You can either lay flat, taking your right arm overhead. You can bring yourself onto your right forearm if you want to. So it's up to you. Pick your poison with this, guys. If you feel pain in your hips or your shoulders, I would take this option where you're laying flat. You can even roll up this and it can act as a bit of a cushion if you need to. I'm going to go for the forearm down. So my right forearm's coming down. My arm is directly underneath my shoulders. My legs, I'm going to think about bringing my shins to the edge of my mat there. And we've got our knees stacking over each other, our ankles stacking over each other, and our feet are going to be flexed outwards, so away from the mat. We're going to just pop that left hand on our hip. This is just for a bit of feedback. So if you start to feel any clicking or pain or anything like that at all, feel free to stop the exercises or maybe even try to reduce your range. Enough of me gabbing. We're just going to go up and down to start off with. So it's a bit like a clam move, but you can see that your ankle, your knee are all in line with each other and they're all moving at the same level. Lift, lower it down. Lift, lower it down. Just using that breath. Try and keep in a little bit of space if you're taking this laying option between your ribs and your mat. We're going to add on a little extension. So next time we've lifted those legs up, we're going to kick them long, bend them in, drop. So we lift, kick, bend, drop, lift, kick, bend, drop, lift, kick, bend, and drop. We're going to take off the drop in 3, in 2, and 1. We're taking out the drop. So if you need to give that bum a slap, give her a slap. We're going to lift it up, kick, in, kick, and in. You want the legs to be moving at slow motion. I always bang on about thick honey or mud. It's like your legs are stuck and you can't quite rush them out or use that momentum, not let that momentum take over. At this point, you might start to feel that your ribs are dropping. So just keep them lifted. We're going to hold our leg long in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold that leg long, point those toes. We're going to go for some lifts and lowers. So you're going to let them drop. That's a bit of a reset here. You're going to then lift them up, drop, lift, and drop. Keep your belly rounded. Sure. Lift and drop. Use that breath. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we drop. My bum is on fire. Lift, then drop. Lift, then drop. We're going to hold it up in 3, in 2, 1. Hold it up. You're going to take the toes back and forwards. Back and forwards for little rainbows. Keep those legs and toes. I said legs and toes. Legs lifted, toes are pointed. Your leg will want to drop. We're here for 5. Finish it off with pulses in 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out to finish for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness me. Give that bum a good slap. Honestly, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm with you with this as well, guys. Like, honestly, I should be doing nice things, not things for the bum. Okay, doke. So we're going to meet in a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do some interval work. So we're going to come into our 4-point kneeling position, and this is where it might get a little bit risky. So obviously, if you need to take a second, take a second. We're coming into our 4-point kneeling. Hands are directly underneath our shoulders, knees are directly underneath our hips. Wrap those ribs in. We're going to start off with an exercise we did in our beginning. So we're going to go for those knee raises. So remember, when we go for the knee raises, we wrap the ribs in. We take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up. Inhale as we drop. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Really good. Okay, we're going to add on. We're going to go up. Knees come out. Drop in. Drop. Knees out. In. Drop. Knees out. In. Drop. Knees out. In. And drop. We're going to hold it up in 3. In 2. And what? Holding it up. Knees go out. In. We send our hips back. Bring it in forwards. Knees out. In. Send those hips back. Bring it in forwards. Out. In. Hips come back. Forwards. So you think about sending your bum towards those heels. Ears are like a tiger crawl. So sorry if you can hear me breathing in my microphone. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees in. We let them drop. Have a little second. If you need to roll out the wrists, please do. We're going to come in to our press-ups. I want you to send the knees back a little bit further back, and you're going to crisscross your ankles over one another. Really think about spreading those fingers nice and wide. We're going to try and keep our elbows as close as we go for that tricep press up. So we're going to go for that nose dive down, bring ourselves up. So you're going to notice that your elbows are almost going to be touching the mat when you go down for that press up, and lift it up. And you've got it really strong. Really think about keeping those fingertips spread nice and wide. If you start to feel any pain in your wrists, please stop and have a little shake out. Really good. We're going to hold it down in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it down here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift. Find a child's pose. Let those knees come out nice and wide. Whew. Have a little second here. Okay guys, should we come into our other side? So we are going to do the squats first, and then we're going to go for that courtesy. We're going to be working through our right hand side this time. So if you need to pause, grab a drink. So we're going to meet standing. The weights are just going to come into our hands. You're going to take that nice wide stance with your feet. So again, if you're using a mat, your feet are going to come onto the edges of your mat there. You're going to think about letting those knees come out nice and wide. We're going to go for that hammer curl, exactly the same. We're going to go down and then up. We're going to work through the squat pads a little bit quicker, as we know we've already worked it quite hard on the other side. Okay, next time we go down, can we lift those heels? Drop, and then bring it down. So we go down, lift, lower, up. Down, lift, lower, up. Really good. We're going to hold it low and just go for those lifts and lows of the heels in 3, in 2, and 1. We're low. Can we just lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 5. Hold it low, pulsing it out in 3, in 2, 1, hold it low. Can we pulse it out? If you want to, you can pop your heels down, see if you can keep them lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a quick little second there. We're going to go for those courtesies now. So, I'm so breathless today. I blame hay fever. We're going to go down into that squat. You just send your left leg behind your right, courtesy. Bring it back in, then we stand. So we squat down, courtesy, bring it back in, then we stand. Just keep using that breath. We're nearly there. We've got it. We're going to hold it low, and you're going to meet me in that courtesy. In 3, in 2. Last reset. Meet me in that courtesy. We're going to stay low. Swapping for our squat and courtesy. We're going to hold it in that courtesy in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it here. Little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Quick little shake out of that leg. And then we're going to come. It's also just, honestly guys, I'm so breathless. What is wrong with me today? Whew. Right, okay. Sorry if you can just hear me heavy breathing into this microphone. I suppose everybody has different legs and interests. We're going to keep our right foot forward, left foot's come back. We're lifting up that left heel. We're going to start off with a slight bend into our right leg, hinge that body forwards. We let our weights frame the knee. We roll in, drop, restack, hinge, roll, drop, restack, hinge, roll, drop, restack. Okay, we're going to add on that 90-90. So next time we've gone down, we rolled it in. Keep the weights into your chest. You're going to let that left knee bend. We're going to go for that shoulder press up. And then we return and straighten. So we hinge forward first. We go for that row. Keep the weights in the chest. Let that left knee bend. Chest sides proud. We go for our shoulder press. Bring it up. Hinge back. Straighten. So we're just working through the movements here. Just enjoying this nice flow. You're going to meet me in that 90-90 in 3, in 2, last row. Let's meet in that 90-90. We're going to go for that shoulder press. So keeping nice and bent into those legs. Think about sending your weight through that right heel, and you're going to keep that shoulder nice and proud. We've got it. Really strong. Just keep breathing through it here. We go for 5. Bringing the weights back to our shoulders in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Weights back to shoulder. Let's pulse it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourselves up. Give that glute a little tap. We're going to go for that downward dog, pedal out. So bringing those feet behind you. Just give those legs a little pedal out. Whew. Well done. Bring yourself down onto your mat. Grab a drink if you need to. Got those side lying glutes. Do you on the other leg? So I'm going to still face you, but just make sure that you're coming down so you're on your left arm. So again, you have the option to either take that long line, or you can keep that left forearm underneath your shoulders and then just bring in our shins to match the line of our mat, toes are pointed outwards. Right hand's just on our hips so we can feel for what those hips are doing. And we're thinking about just going a little bit of space between our ribs and our mat. Take a nice deep breath in. We're just going to go for those knee raises. So this way you think about your leg being one nice straight line, so your knees in line with your ankles. And everything's going up at once. We're not just moving them separately. Again, the hand is just on the hip just so we can feel for that range. We're going to add on those leg extensions. So next time we lift up, can you straighten that leg, bend in, drop. So we lift, kick, bend in, drop. Lift, kick, bend in, drop. Lift, kick, bend in, drop. We're going to take that drop out in 3. If you need to keep doing it, that's completely fine. 2. And we'll keep that leg long. We're just going to go for bend in and kick it out. We bend it in and we kick it out. You're going to keep that leg long in 3. In 2. One. Keep that leg long, toes are pointed. We're just going to go for those drops and lifts. Drops and lifts. Honestly, my glutes are on fire right now. Oh my goodness. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. If you need to, you can have a little second. Tap out that glute if you need to. Lift and drop. You're going to keep it lifted in 3, in 2, and 1. Meet me with it lifted, toes are pointed. We're going to go for those sweeps. Backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards. I know, keep that leg lifted. Try not to let it drop onto that left leg that's on the floor. We're going to bring it forward in 3, in 2, 1. Bring it forward. Little pulses here to finish for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap out that glute. Oh my goodness. Good news is that's the lower half done. We don't have to think about our bum for the rest of this class. We are going to be doing some upper body, and we're going to be finishing off with some core. So you can take your bands off you for this. I bet you think they've been glued onto your legs if you did take them down with you, but we are going to keep our ankle weights on, as we'll be using those for our core sequence. So you're going to meet me in a nice low kneeling position. We're going to go for a simple but effective move today to start off with. So your elbows are going to come in nice and close to your rib cage here. Shoulders are proud. We're going to go for offering, so our palms are facing up towards the ceiling. We are going to come into a high kneeling as we take those arms out long and then bring them back down. So we go out, draw it back in, out into that offering, bringing it back in. Using that breath to help guide you into the position. That body is moving through that thick water. The arms are nice and going slow and exaggerating. We're not letting that momentum take over. Okay, so next time we go out, can we take the arms out wide, bring them back in, then we close. So we go out, draw the arms wide, bring it back in, and we close. Just keep using that breath. We're going to be holding it out in the offering 3, in 2, and 1. Meet me out in this offering. We're just going to open and close, open and close for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. We're going to hinge our body forwards now. We're going to go for a tricep extension. We're going to curl it in. Then we go for a chest fly. Tricep extension, curl it in, and chest fly. Again, try to keep those elbows nice and close to you when you're going for that tricep extension. And just use that breath to help get you there. Okay, we're going to hold it back in that tricep extension. In 3, 2, 1. Meet me back in that tricep extension. What we're going to do is this time we're going to bring ourselves up. We go for a lateral raise. Bring it down, hinge our body forward. We go for our fly. Back in, tricep extension. Take it out long, lateral raise. Fly. Tricep extension. So sorry today, my hair fever is insane. Being allergic to good weather is just, it's my 13th reason why. Okay, we're going to take out our fly in 3, in 2, and 1. We're going to take out our fly. So we're just going to go for our tricep extension, lateral raise. And meet me in that lateral raise in 3, in 2, and 1. In our lateral raise, we're just going to do some little crisscrossies for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. If you need to, just give those shoulders, well out. You can even interlace those fingers behind you, just squeeze those shoulders, give your head a little roll side to side. Okay, well done guys. We have made it to the core finisher, which is everybody's favorite thing in the whole entire world. We are going to start, do some work on our wrists, then we're going to lay down. Just want you to make sure that the weights are somewhere that you can grab them. We are going to come in to a high plank position. We are going to go for our mountain climbers, but this time we're going to think about bringing our knee to our opposite wrist. Ribs are nice and wrapped in, keeping that breathing going. Really think about using those side abdominals to help you get there. Really good. We're going to keep our left knee in 3, 2, 1. Keep that left knee. We're going to go opposite wrist, from wrist to wrist, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Want you to go find a quick downward dog. Pike those hips up. Going to bring it down to high plank. Going to keep that right knee in. We're going to go for those wrists to wrists for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop it down. Downward dog. Bring those knees down. Have a little second, and then we're going to meet laying down on our mat. We're going to have our weights with us to start off with in each hand, and you're just going to keep those feet nice and close to your bum, and think about wrapping those ribs in. Start with the hands up at 12 o'clock. We're just going to go for a nice simple crunch up. We're going to crunch up, weights go either side of the legs, bring it down again. So the weights are going to help you lift off that shoulder blades. Try not to strain through your neck. Use that breath. Exhale as we crunch up. Inhale as we lower. Keep using that breath. It's going to guide you through these movements. We're going to add on. So next time we've crunched up, you're going to floor your left leg into tabletop and then pop it down as we lay down, and then right leg. Really good. Just keep using that breath here. We're going to add on a leg extension in 3, 2, 1. So you crunched up. That right leg is being lifted into tabletop. When we lay down, we're going to extend it long. Bring it in and out. So we're just working through that left side to start off with. In, right side. Honestly, left and right get mixed up. Out. And draw in. We'll pop that leg down. We're going to swap it over to that right hand side. Bring that in, pop it down. We're going to switch it up. When you glue those weights together, this time, legs are floating up into tabletop. When we crunch up, we're going to elongate the legs, bring it back through tabletop as we lower. Crunch up, elongate, tabletop as we lower. Next time we lower, how we go for double leg toe taps, bring it through tabletop, lengthen. Again, you can do all this single leg if you need to, and just think about that lower spine. So only take your legs as low as that lower spine allows. I mean by that, if you start to feel that lower spine lifting off your mat, think about bringing that belly button down to your spine. Maybe it's tucking that tailbone just slightly and just reducing that range. We're going to hold those legs long. We're going to be here and just going to pulse our weights up towards our ankles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How does it second? Weights are coming down. I want you to float your hands to your temples so your elbows are out nice and wide. Your legs are in tabletop. We're going to go for opposite elbow to opposite knee. So we're going to start off with our right elbow coming to left knee. Your right leg comes long. We swap it around. So we're just going for these movements, swapping each side. You just think about peeling that shoulder blade off the mat. Really good. Getting into those obliques. Breathing through it. Really strong. We're going to keep those legs long in 3. Elbow to knee in 2. 1. Whatever side you're on, that leg that's long, you're just going to sweep it up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it long. You're going to take your hand that's furthest away from the knee, so the same hand as the leg that's long. You're going to bring it to leg, and we're just going to pulse up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes back into tabletop. Lay yourself down for a quick reset. We crunch up. Lifting all that leg for 5. Holding that leg long in 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding that leg long. Taking the same arm as that long leg. Bringing it round your tabletop leg and pulsing it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, that is the hard work done. I could just go to bed now. Let's take off these ankle weights. Let's free ourselves of that burden. And then you're going to meet me laying down. We're going to bring the knees into our chest. We're just going to rock ourselves side to side, massaging that spine into the mat. And we're going to bring our hands down into a cactus position. We're going to let both our knees fall down over to the left. You're going to take a look to the right. But I want you to take that right leg over the left just to deepen that stretch there. Bringing it back through center. And then swapping it over to the other side. So now your left leg's coming over the right just to deepen that stretch. We're going to bring it back through center. You're going to bring your left knee in, pop your left hand on. I want you to keep your right hand on your hip. We're just going to draw some circles here, just open out through the hips. Just releasing any tension that we might be holding in those hips there. And then you're going to let that left leg come long. You're going to bring your hands behind the knee. We're just going to go for some flexes and points of those toes. So flex, then point, flex, then point. Going to take that leg down. Going to bring that right hand onto your right knee. Go for those circles there. And just change the direction of the circles when it feels good for you. We're going to take that right leg long. We're going to go for those flexes and points of those toes. And then draw it down. Good, again, bring those hands around our knees, wrap it in. You can even bring your head off the mat just for a nice deeper stretch here. Have a little second. Just slowly then rock yourself up into a sitting position. We're going to have a little moment of tension release before you finish this video. So hands are just going to come either side. You can have your leg crossed along, whatever feels good for you. Make a little fist with those hands. Good, take some nice deep breaths in. Draw those shoulders to our ears. Exhale, let everything drop. Inhale, bringing everything in. Exhale, letting everything drop. Inhale, bringing everything in. Exhale, letting everything drop. Well done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me with this video. Please let me know how you've got on. And if you need to come back to it, revisit it at any point and redo it again, that's completely fine. That's why I do these videos, so you can have a little bank of little workouts for you to do at home. And again, as I said, every exercise that we do can be mimicked without props. So don't worry if you don't have any of the props as well. But please let me know how you got on. You can message me on Instagram, which is just at Flow with Lucy, exact same handle here as my YouTube. Or you can just drop me a comment down below. Just let me know how you get it on. And also just let me know what else you would like to see as well. That would be fab. I also still have tickets still available for my MAP class on the 6th of June at 12 o'clock at Luna Studios. I have literally just 3 tickets left. So if you want to come and grab them. So hopefully see you again soon. Goodbye and enjoy the rest of your day.